Everybody, it's Steph from the High Move Podcast. And, this is why I love opening the week of the NBA season. Okay. It's because I'm not big on prisoner moment, but it's always good to see which teams are locked in out the gate. Okay. Teams that had dramatic overhaul and, massive roster changes, a very young team that hasn't had time to play together. They're still a lottery type of team. Those teams get passes. Okay. However, a team like the Denver Nuggets, oh no, do not get a pass. I normally don't do game to games, but when it's certain teams like the Denver Nuggets that gets crushed and outplayed thoroughly throughout the entire game. And you know how Mike Malone is when he runs his mouth. About how, Mike Malone is supposed to be one of the better coaches in the NBA. All right. He's won an NBA Finals in 2023. Okay, with the Denver Nuggets as the head coach. Okay, Jokic, a multiple MVP player. All right. And look, even in the loss, Jokic has a triple double. Okay, so not knocking him. He was doing everything he can, guys. I mean, look, but still 16 points though, right? You still want more production from him scoring as well, and couldn't get that. Jamal Murray 4-14, horrible, man. Everybody really didn't shoot well from the three. Nobody really. Bron was okay, but everybody else was kind of was awful from the floor. All right. Aaron Gordon got his money. All right, almost a double, 12 points. That's it. Porter 15, supposed to be a 3-point specialist. Not it. This is game one, right? And again, I'm not going to overreact like I talked about the Mavs game because you want to watch the Mavs and Klay Thompson going forward. But it's more so. You're looking forward to seeing Klay Thompson on the upside, but you're also aware that he has a massive downside and how he looked at Golden State. For the Denver Nuggets, I'm looking on the downside on this team. I really am, right? Jokic will be 30 this year, even though his game, he has a slow game. His game doesn't require too much athleticism, so his age isn't a concern, but he is getting up there in age. But he has been healthy majority of his career. Rarely misses games, right? So, now, injury is not going to be an excuse on this team. However, I think KCP is not there. Reggie Jackson, he's not there. All right. So they have some key players, contributors that are gone. Okay. And for Mike Malone, I don't want to hear about first game of the year and all this stuff. You're at home. Mike Malone is supposed to be one of the coaches that always has these guys well prepared. Okay, he has a veteran roster with obviously with Jokic, Murray, Gordon, and Porter. Okay, this was unacceptable for him. I didn't hear his post game conference, and I know it's just regular coach talk, his first game, and you got to work on some things. But I mean, how? Veteran teams like this should be ready and shouldn't be taking nights off on opening night at home like this, right? I mean, you saw what the Lakers did the other night. Against a very good Minnesota team that's going to be, look, I'm not high on Minnesota, but that's still a good basketball club. Okay, you saw JJ Redick had those guys ready to go. And we know at times the Lakers have been the laughing stock of the NBA for different reasons. Not that they're completely abysmal, because it's the Lakers, it's LeBron James. Okay, there's always going to be talk to the Lakers, whether they do good or bad, they're always going to get ripped on. But they were prepared. JJ had them ready to go. And won. Even with Bronny James being thrown in the game towards the end of the first half at a very safe spot to have his moment with his papa, the team was still able to handle business, and overall, collectively, outside of the LeBron-Bronny circus, was still able to finish the game and win. Not convincingly, but towards the end, a little convincingly. Like, okay, as the Lakers like this, they're going to be a team to cause problems if they are going to be in the playoffs. So I don't have any indications that they should miss the playoffs. But they're always struggling at the end. Not to make this, but I'm just only bringing up the Lakers because they're prepared and they're a veteran team too. So what is the excuse for Mike Malone and the Nuggets being 0-1, losing like this to OKC? Now, OKC is a team that if the Nuggets make the playoffs, this could be a team you will see in the first or second round if the Nuggets aren't careful, right? Jamal Murray, overrated, in my opinion. I used to be high on Murray, but he's not consistent enough for me, man. And not efficient. Murray is a guy that you want on your team where he's on a night where he is absolutely on fire and he cannot miss. Okay, That's what he's good for. You got to wait for one of those games from Murray, and that game has to come at a time that you absolutely need that game. And you hope that game shows up with Murray, but just for me, not a real consistent guard. I was always teetering with him being one of the elite guards in the league. Point guards, I guess, are not talked about, but just not it for me, man. Bron's a starter now. Okay, now that KCP is gone, Bron is gonna. I don't put too much this on Bron, but I'm looking at the veteran guys and looking at Mike Malone, and this is gonna be a long season for the Denver Nuggets if this is how the opening night is going to be. Yes, OKC is an elite team. It's a hell of a first game of the season. I understand that. I know Denver is gonna be. They're gonna win more games than lose, right? But when you have to face an opposition, because Oklahoma City Thunder were prepared. Okay, so I'm not gonna sit up here and act like, because if the OKC Thunder got blown out, then it's like, look, Denver's at home. They are a championship level team that's expected. OKC is still learning. OKC looks like the way they played tonight and ran through the Denver Nuggets seemed like this team is in championship contention form, and they're just they're gonna be doing this to a lot of teams in the NBA this year. Okay, Dallas and Oklahoma City are going to be fighting for 1 and 2 seeds slot this season. OKC, man, I got Dallas getting the 1 seed. OKC most likely will probably, though in reality, get the 1 seed. Okay, and this time, they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals, in my opinion, this year. Okay, OKC and Dallas in the Western Conference Final. So, Mike Malone, this is what's coming for you. Okay, and then to be like this on opening night is absolutely disappointing. My team at Phoenix Suns, despite us playing a Kawhi-less Clippers team, that Clippers is still well coached. That was a very tough game, and we're a veteran squad too, and we won. All right, you gotta pay attention to these veteran squads that's been together on open night, on the road, at home, taking care of business. And so far, Mike Malone hasn't done that. So does this spell disaster for the Nuggets? No, but does it spell them having a successful postseason? I don't think so, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.